Hello, great morning, parents, guardian, and grade 7 students. I'm Ami Gire or Teacher Ami or Maria Amihan Gire from San Luis, Batangas. So, nasa pang tatlong linggo na po tayo ng ating new normal learning delivery modality for this school year 2020-2021. Mathematics 7 first quarter. And for this week, our lesson is about the absolute value of a number and integers. Our learning competency represents the absolute value of a number on a number line as the distance of a number from zero. Performs fundamental operations on integers. Our learning objectives describe and illustrate the absolute value of a number on a number line as the distance of the number from zero. Simplify the absolute value. And the last, performs fundamental operations on integers. Perform addition on integers and perform subtraction on integers. Ito yung didiscussing o pag-aaralan natin for this week. The absolute value, integers addition, and subtraction of integers. So in a learning task 1, on a separate sheet of paper, illustrate a sea with the following: a crab 5 feet below sea level, a cliff 3 feet above the sea level, and a flying bird 4 feet above sea level. Use a vertical line or number line to help you out in the illustration. After making the drawing, study it carefully and answer the questions below. So, ibig sabihin, ang pumapagitna o nakapamagitan between the objects o yung tinutukoy na above sea level and below sea level ay ang sea. So, sa number line, na vertical number line na gagamitin natin, ay pagtapat-tapatin natin ang crab, ang cliff, at ang flying bird para mas madali natin ma-identify at ma-solve ang distance between them. So, doon sa illustration, sa dinrawing ninyo, ang pwede mag-represent as the origin o zero in a number line, at alin doon sa inyong dinrawing ang pwede mag-represent na positive or positive direction or positive numbers, at alin sa inyong dinrawing ang pwede mag-represent as negative numbers or negative direction. So question number 1, what number might be a good representation for the sea level? Number 2, how do represent the distance below and above the sea level? Number 3, how far is the cliff from the sea level? 4, how far is the bird from the sea level? 5, how far is the crab from the sea level? 6, what is the distance between the cliff and the crab? And 7, what is the distance between the bird and the crab? So in learning task 1 sa papel ay drawing ninyo based sa given sa learning task number 1 at yung sagot ninyo sa numbers 1 to 7. So I hope clear kung ano at paano gagawin ang learning task 1. Now, study the figure below. Take note of distance of the house to the school and to the park. Use the given scale at the bottom of the number line. 1 unit is equivalent to 100 meter. So yung isang unit is equal to 100 meter. First question, how far is the house from the school? So from the house going to, from the school going to home or to house, -4 going to 0, count number of units, 1, 2, 3, 4. And multiply to 100. So 4 times 100 is equal to 400 meters. Yun ang layo ng school sa bahay. Next, how far away is the park from the house? So from the house going to the park, so from 0 going to positive 4. So count the number of units, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times 100 is equal to 400 meters. So from this, in what way they are similar? They have the same distance from school to house and from house to park. Same with 400 meters. Now from this, we can describe what absolute value mean. The absolute value of a number is the positive value of that number. It is the distance of a number from 0 on a number line. And the absolute value of a number n is written as this symbol and read as the absolute value of n. Example, absolute value. So in our number line, from 0 going to positive direction of positive 5, let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is equal to 5. Another example, absolute value of negative 5. So from our number line, from 0 going to negative 5, let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is equal to 5. Another example, absolute value of negative 7. So from the 0 origin, going to negative 7 to the negative direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So absolute value of negative 7 is equal to 7. Another example is 9, absolute value of 9. From the 0 origin, going to the positive direction of 9. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So absolute value of 9 is equal to 9. Another examples without the graph or without the number line, we can simplify the absolute value. Absolute value of negative 15, disregard the absolute sign and the absolute sign and the sign inside the absolute value. So it is equal to 15. Number 2, absolute value of 20 is equal to 20. Number 3, negative, absolute value of negative 25. Kokopyahin natin ang negative dahil wala naman siya sa loob ng absolute value. So therefore, it is equal to negative 25. Number 3, with operation. So to solve absolute value with operation, isa-isa muna natin isi-simplify ang kada absolute value niya. So example, absolute value of 5 plus absolute value of negative 10. So it is equal to, ang absolute value ng 5 ay 5. At ang absolute value ng negative 10 is 10. So 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. So ganito po kung paano natin isimplify ang absolute value. Number 5, absolute value of negative 12 minus absolute value of negative 9. So ang absolute value of negative 2 is 2. At ang absolute value ng negative 9 ay 9. Kaya 2 minus 9 is equal to negative 7. So I hope maliwanag po sa bawat isa ang tinatawag na absolute value at paano siya isimplify using number line at without the number line. Now we will proceed to the integers. Integers are all of the positive and negative whole numbers. there are no fractions or decimals that are integers. So ito yung ating number line at ang number line ay binubuo ng origin na 0 at katabi ng 0 sa right side ay lahat ng positive numbers at sa kaliwa, left side ng 0 ay lahat ng negative numbers. Sa right side ay ang mga ay positive direction at sa left side ng 0 are all negative directions. In graphing integers on a number line, draw a number line. So ito yung ating number line. Hindi pwedeng mabago na between the positive numbers or integers on the right side of 0 and negative integers left side ng 0, ito ang tinatawag na number line. And through number line, we can graph the integers by drawing a dot at the point that represents the integer. Example, negative 6, negative 2, and 3. So sa ating number line, ang negative 6 ay nasa left side ng 0 or negative direction. So, ang dot ay ating i-draw sa tapat ng negative 6. Ito yung graph ng negative 6. At ang negative 2 ay nasa left side uli siya ng 0. Sa tapat ng negative 2 natin, ipe-place at i-draw ang dot ng graph ng negative 2 and also the graph of 3 sa tapat ng 3 sa right side ng 0. So this is the graph of negative 6, negative 2, and positive 3. Represent the given. We can proceed now in addition using the red chips or objects to represent the negative and the positive numbers. Red chips for the positive and yellow chips for the negative. Cast out each pair of positive and negative chips. Whatever is left will be the answer. So, we have 3 examples. Number 1, positive 4 plus negative 2. So, may 4 na red chips at may 2 yellow chips. So, cast out ang 2 red and yellow chips, may natirang red chips. And red is a positive, therefore, positive 4 plus negative 2 is equal to positive 2. Number 2, negative 6 plus 3 is equal to 6 yellow chips and 3 red chips. Cast out 3 yellow and 3 red chips. So may natirang 3 yellow chips and yellow is negative. Therefore, negative 6 plus positive 3 is equal to negative 3. It means subtract 6 minus 3 is equal to 3 and copy the sign of the negative of the sign of the bigger number of 6, which is negative. Number 3, 1 plus 3. Parehas ang sign, kaya wala tayong makikitang yellow chip. So may isang red chip sa taas at may 3 red chips sa baba. Wala tayong none to cast out, wala tayong ika-cast out dahil walang yellow chips. Therefore, pagsasama-samahin natin lahat ng red chips. So we have 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Now, in this given, we have 3 columns. Let us analyze per column. In column A, so parang the same kung paano lang tayo mag-add ng natural numbers. So, i-add dahil parehas ang kanilang sign na positive, i-add and copy the sign of positive. In column B, parehas na negative. Lahat negative ang given in numbers 1 to 3. Again, i-add ang 2 number at kokopyahin ang sign na negative. In column C, magkaiba ang sign. Katulad ng ginawa natin sa red chips at sa yellow chips na nag-cast out tayo. Ibig sabihin, nag-subtract tayo, nagbawas. So, magbabawas din tayo sa column C. At ang final sum na sign ay nakadepende kung ano ang sign ng bigger number. So, column A, number 1, 6 plus 5. Parehas yan, 6 plus 5 is equal to positive 11. Column B, number 1, negative 6 plus negative 5. Parehas yan, 6 plus 5 is 11 and copy the negative sign. So, it is equal to negative 11. And column C, number 1, 6 plus negative 5. Magkaiba, isusubtract natin 6 minus 5 ay 1. At ang sign niya, ang sign ng 6 ay positive, kaya ang sagot at ang sum ng 6 and negative 5 is equal to positive 1. Number 2, column A, positive 2 plus positive 9, parehas na positive, kaya positive din ang sign ng sum. So, 2 plus 9 is equal to positive 11. Number 2, column B, negative 2 plus negative 9, the sign are the same. 2 plus 9 is equal to 11 and copy the sign of negative, so it is equal to negative 11. Column C, number 2, negative 2 plus 9. So the sign are not the same. Subtract 9 minus 2 ay 7. Kopyahin ang sign ng bigger number ng 9, which is positive. So negative 2 plus 9 is equal to positive 7. Column A, number 3, positive 4 plus positive 3 is equal to positive 7. Number 3, column B, negative 4 plus negative 3. The sign are the same. 4 plus 3 is 7 and copy the sign of negative. So, the sum is negative 7. And number 3, column C, the sign are not the same. Negative 4 and 3. So, 4 minus 3 ay 1. At kopyahin ang sign ng 4 which is negative. So, negative 4 plus 3 is equal to negative 1. So, I hope clear po ang kung paano natin i-add ang pare-parehas na positive, pare-parehas na negative, at magkakaiba ang sign. So, this is addition of integers. To add two integers with the same signs, add their absolute values and affix the common sign in the answer. And to add integers with different signs, subtract their absolute values and affix the sign of the addend with greater absolute value in the answer. So I hope clear po ang mga examples na binigay ko. Hindi lamang po red and yellow chips ang pwede nating gamitin na illustration. Maraming object po tayong pwedeng paggamitan para ma-illustrate po natin ang addition of integers. Addition of integers using number line. Ito po yung another way paano tayo mag-a-add using number line. Example number 1, positive 7 plus positive 2. We begin from the origin of 0 and going to positive 7. Magdadagdag tayo ng dalawa, 1, 2. So, nag-end tayo ng 9. Therefore, positive 7 plus positive 2 is equal to positive 9. Number 2, positive 9 plus negative 2. So, going to the right direction, from 0 origin to 9, then tayo ay magle-left direction ng dalawa. So, from 9 going to 1 to 7, ang pinagtapusan, therefore, positive 9 plus negative 2 is equal to positive 7. Another example, use the given number line to prove your answer in adding the following integers. Positive 5 plus positive 4. Ito yung ating number line. From 0, origin, pupunta tayo hanggang 5 units. Magdadagdag tayo ng 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hanggang 9. Therefore, positive 5 plus positive 4 is equal to positive 9. So I hope clear po ang paggamit ng illustration to add integers using number line. Another example, negative 8 plus negative 3, parehas ng negative. Kahit alam natin na i-add lang siya at kokopyahin ang kanyang sign. So ito yung number line, from 0 origin to negative 8. From negative 8, kakount tayo ng pakaliwa ng tatlo. 1, 2, 3 hanggang negative 11. Therefore, negative 8 plus negative 3 is equal to negative 11. Number 3 example. So, this is our number line from 0 to positive 8 at negative 3. So, from 8, tayo ay pakaliwa ng tatlo. So, count 1, 2, 3 hanggang sa 5. Therefore, positive 8 plus negative 3 is equal to positive 5. 4. Negative 8 plus positive 5 from 0 origin going to negative 8 or negative direction. And positive 5 is right direction or positive. So, count tayo ng 5 from negative 8, pakanan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hanggang negative 3. Therefore, negative 8 plus positive 5 is equal to negative 3. So, I hope clear po yung 4 na example ng adding integers using number line. Now, we will proceed to subtraction of integers. To subtract a sign number, add its additive inverse. Ano pong ibig sabihin nito? In subtracting integers, change the operation into addition. Yung minus sign, gagawin nating plus. And then change the sign of the subtrahend. At ang sign ng subtrahend ay papalitan. Once changed, i-apply natin anong natutunan natin in adding integers. Example, number 1, negative 6 minus negative 3. Ito yung operation, papalitan natin ng plus. Ito ang subtrahend. Itong negative, papalitan natin ng positive. Kung ito'y positive, ito ay magiging negative. Therefore, negative 6 plus positive 6, positive 3. Then apply addition of integers. Magkaiba ang sign, kaya isusubtract natin ang 6 minus 3 ay 3 at ang sign ng 6 ay negative. So negative 6 minus negative 3 is equal to negative 3. Number 2, 7 minus negative 12. So again, plus sign at itong negative 12 magiging positive 12. So 7 plus positive 12. So the sign are the same, add 7 and 12. So we have 7 minus negative 12 is equal to positive 19. Give the difference of the following. So 53 minus 26. Therefore, it is 53 plus negative 26. The sign are not the same. 53 minus 26 and copy the sign of 53 which is positive. Therefore, 53 minus 26 is equal to 27. Next, number 2. 16 minus 48. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay 16. Yung minus, napalitan ng plus sign, at itong positive sign, naging negative 48. The sign are not the same. Subtract 48 minus 16, at ang sign ng 48 ay negative, kaya negative ang difference. So 16 minus 48 is equal to negative 32. Number 3, negative 12 minus 12. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, negative 12. Kinopya natin. Yung minus naging plus sign at itong positive 12 ay naging negative 12. Now, observe, parehas silang negative. Ia-add natin ang 32 at ang 12 at kokopyahin ang negative sign. So, therefore, negative 32 minus 12 is equal to negative 44. Number 4, negative 16 minus negative 13. So, kopyahin natin si negative 16, yung minus sign naging plus sign, ang negative 13 ay naging positive 13. The sign are not the same, subtract 16 minus 13 ay 3. At ang sign ng 16 ay negative, kaya negative 3. So, negative 16 minus negative 13 is equal to negative 3. Number 5, 12 minus negative 17. So, from this, kopyahin ang 12. At yung minus naging plus. Negative 17 ay positive 17. So, 12 plus 17 is equal to 27. So, I hope very, very clear po sa bawat isa ang subtraction of integers. Hindi po pwedeng kalimutan ang addition of integers. Sila po ay magka-relasyon. I mean, combine pong gagamitin in subtracting of integers. Now, balikan po natin ang ating lesson for this week about absolute value. The absolute value of a number is the positive value of that number. It is the distance of a number from 0 on a number line, and the absolute value of a number n is written as this symbol and read as the absolute value of n. And to add integers, to add two integers with the same signs, add their absolute values and affix the common sign in the answer. And to add two integers with different signs, subtract their absolute values and affix the sign of the addend with greater absolute value in the answer. And subtraction of integers, to subtract a signed number, add its additive inverse, or in subtracting integers, change the operation into addition and then change the sign of the subtrahend. Once changed, apply what you've learned in adding integers. So, in our learning task number 2, letter A, add the following answers only in numbers 1 to 10. So, ito po ay sa aking mga maging estudyante, sa aking mga students. So, nakadepende kung ano po ang nais ng inyong mga teachers in mathematics in learning task 1, task 2, and task 3. Then, letter B, subtract the following. Again, numbers 1 to 10 answers only. And learning task number 3, problem solving involving integers. So, hindi po natin kakalimutan ang step in problem solving ng week 2. So, read and analyze and understand the problem, write the given and what is asked. Okay, then what operation is to be used, then form a formula using integers, then solve. Then, we have 2 problems to be answered in learning task number 3. So, computation, solution, and answers only in learning task number 3. So, I hope clear po sa bawat isa ang ating learning task number 1 hanggang learning task number 3 for this week. So I hope malaking help po ang videong ito para mas naunawaan ang lesson natin for this week at masagutan ng tama ang mga learning tasks and activities. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Keep safe always. Happy learning to all. God bless.